good since we first started. Many videos made, many toys reviewed, many friends along the journey. And now, we come slightly full circle. How do you come slightly full circle? Not such a fat friar tuck of a toy anymore, are we, Lightspeed? Afternoon, everybody. Silverbolt here, back for a Transformers review. Going to be doing Warbotron Lightspeed. This is probably going to be my last Transformers review before AA, which is, at the time I'm shooting this, about 4 weeks away. So, compare that to when this has actually been uploaded, by the way. But there we go. Lightspeed is in the IDW Generation 1 continuity, but he suffers the rest of the fate alongside the rest of the Technobots, in that he's only in it very early on and is later on meets a rather grisly end on the Chimera facility. Lightspeed doesn't get a very gentle time of it. He gets impaled by iguanas when they're going after Bludgeon. And though he is successful in helping to reverse engineer the polydermal grafting process that Bludgeon was using, he also helps bring in the Monstructor robots, the monster. Brain fart. What was the combiner group called of the Monstrobot, of the Monsterbots, of Monstructor? Was it Monsterbot? It wasn't Monsterbots, was it? Him. Oh well, answers on a postcard. When the Chimera facility is attacked, Lightspeed and Afterburner manage to hide out during the assault and aren't one of the groups that are killed. Unlike, as I said in my last video, the rather grisly fate that happened to Nosecone. And it's along with Afterburner that Lightspeed decides that they're going to detonate the facility and blow it up, rather than allow the secrets and the work that's contained within to fall into the Decepticon hands. So he has a very noble act of self-sacrifice. Unfortunately, that's about all I can say about it. I mean, the combined form for Warbotron Computron is going to be rather small, seeing as he's not in the comics at all. Well, hey, look, I'm going to be reviewing an over-foot-tall combined robot. It's going to be awesome. On to the toy. 2 minutes 30 seconds that took. Wow. I really should do reviews of more in-depth characters again. Oh well. Anyway, on to the toy. And Warbotron, you are thoroughly forgiven for the weird alt mode that was Nosecone. This is Lightspeed's incarnation, and he's gone from the Speed Racer look that he had in the Generation 1 cartoons that Make Toys gave him a very good rendition of, into a more, almost like a red jazz, futuristic, hotshot style sports car, which is absolutely fantastic. I have to admit, now that I have it in the flesh. Now, I was a little... What have I missed? Oh, it's the wheels. Never mind, it's not broken or loose, it's the wheels. When I first saw the grey and white promo shots, I have to admit, I thought this looked a little weird. These indents here, on either side of the car, I thought looked a little strange. I thought it took away from Lightspeed. But now that I've got it in hand, I really have no problem with it. I think it's an absolutely lovely, lovely alt mode. With a clever but simple transformation. I'm not sponsored by Warbotron, by the way. It's a really, really nice alt mode, I have to say. It does look rather jazz-like, I think, in some regards, but I do like the nice touch in that it has the indented spoiler that harkens back to the original toys and cartoons, and very nice detailing on it, very upgraded. Not quite as futuristic as, say, Afterburner looks, or even not quite as strangely sci-fi-ish as Nosecone looks, but hey, I don't mind that. You know, I can really look past it to this alt mode, and there's nothing much to say about it. The wheels are all free moving on all fours. Good solid piece. There we go. Transforming it. How on earth do you do that? Yeah. So you unhook the spoiler first, so you don't end up pulling it apart, and it just comes apart in the middle like that. This folds up out of the arms. And then pretty much the whole thing just kind of pulls apart. And this is where I'm going to talk about the interesting design and the clever design with it still quite simplistic, in that this is something new. I don't ever recall seeing this on a toy before. When you pull the legs down to get the legs into place, there's a fold out bit. How am I going to be able to do this? There's a fold out bit here that you use to line up with the knees, and there's these little tabs that just push in to lock the leg in place. I actually think that is a really clever design. As I said, I've never really come across that one before. And I think there's one on either side, and you just push them into place on either side of the ratchets, and these little pegs just there. The feet just, it's got these back pieces that just snap into place so it doesn't have hollow leg syndrome. And then the feet just push apart. If, of course, I can do it. Which, of course, I can't. Give me key. Just to... There we go. Prise the legs apart. And the same the other side, and I've just realised there was an aspect of vehicle mode that I meant to mention and forgot. There we go. And they just prise apart, so the feet are like that. And I'll mention this now. He has... That's his engine detailing. Okay, they didn't paint it. Oh hell, I can get my Vallejo out and do that. But that's a really nice little touch to me, I think. Now, the rest of the transformation, relatively simple, and it's some of the things that I do a bit of a bone of contention about with the toy itself. The gun holders unclip. It all just kind of unclips. It will unclip. It might unclip. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. There we go. Yeah, the gun holders just unclip on either side. And they fold... I'm doing this completely backwards. There we go. And they just... They did. There we go. They just fold back. And I'll get to them in a minute. The hands are just your bog standard, open the wrist, and flip them out. Standard hands. Just unflip. And then you just kind of take the top chassis where the spoiler is, and you just unfold it and twiddle it round, and it sits on the back. It should just push in. The hole, there we go, and it just, you fold it up and it just sits in, and the head is just your standard, it's in the chest. Open the chest. Pull the head out by its tabs, except now I can't get it out. What am I doing? There we go. Is he coming? No comments, please. No, it's not. There we go. It's not clipped into anything. You just unpry it. And you push the chest socket back into place. Rotate at the shoulders. very, very tight elbow joints. Really tight elbow joints. No fold away for the elbow joints, they're just kind of there. Part of the transformation. You can fold away the spoilers however you feel. There we have Red Alert? Lightspeed in his robot mode. Right, I'll run into the articulation first, and to be honest, at this stage, it's pretty standard. The head is on a ball joint with another fantastic warbotron head sculpt. I have yet to see a head sculpt, even the ones that I don't particularly think fit properly, onslaughts, that is actually horrible. The head sculpts are lovely on these toys. Shoulders. Bicep swivel, but again, really tight. Wrist swivel. And of course, obvious elbow joint. Has a waist swivel. Joints at the hips, the knees, and ankle tilts. Well, actually no, foot tilts. They're not actually ankle tilts. The ankle doesn't actually tilt. It's just the front foot part. Good range of articulation, very good, lovely. I love the aesthetics on this guy. He is so sleek and slim, and he just looks fantastic. And I really think that Warbotron have done a brilliant job in kind of giving each one of these robots its own unique look. And admittedly, it plays on the nostalgia of the fans to realise that, you know, these guys are supposed to be going together. Comes with two guns, which for the first time in these three robots actually aren't stupidly out of scale with the robot itself. That is very, very good, thankfully. Though, of course, we've got Strafe coming next, and as everyone knows, Strafe's guns were completely out of scale with him. The one thing that immediately stands out to me about this guy is he has no shoulders. He has a shoulder joint, but the body is flush. The arms are flush against the body. It doesn't have much rotation coming up because the head gets in the way. So you have to fiff and faff and feth around with it a little bit in order to get those great poses. But the thing that I noticed, and I only noticed it on this toy, that I never consciously noticed it on the Afterburner toy. This is where I mentioned it in the Afterburner video. Is that Afterburner is the exact same. He has no out shoulder movement. He just straight down the line. I don't know what it is about this toy that makes it more pronounced than it does on the Afterburner toy. But that is one of the problems I have with the toy. The other problem I have with the toy is this bit of back kibble here. These side panels that are just there, they can't go anywhere. I mean, you can try and put them back into the sides of the car, but then it just gets in the way of the arm. There's no set way of leaving them in. They just kind of hang there. I mean, I think I found the best way of doing it is having it like a kind of like a bum bag or something like that. It just gets in the way, and it's just a bit annoying. I don't like that. It's untidy looking almost. It's almost untidy looking. The spoiler, again, there's no way of locking it into place. It just kind of sits there. Doesn't really get in the way an awful lot. I personally have no real issue with it. These are the main things that get on my nerves. But on the whole, solid toy. No stress marks, no problems with it. The shoulders let it down somewhat in regards to the articulation, because there's not an awful lot you can do with it. But now with the inclusion of the bicep swivel, God, that's stiff. You know what line I'm going to say. There's no need for me to say it. You know, lost my train of thought now. the it does somewhat handle the problem. It's still a very nice toy, and it looks very, very good up alongside nose cone and afterburner. Oh, those bicep swivels. I can't really think of anything else to say on this toy. It looks really nice. The head sculpt is just fantastic. The light piping is very, very good. It's got blue light piping. And it is, the head sculpt alone, the chest design I also think is really, really nice. Definitely a great, great next toy from Warbotron. The plastic quality is tough, it's durable, it's a good weighty style piece. There's no stress marks on it, unlike I'm starting to get on Unique Toys Auden. Blot. And I'm actually think I might actually do a review of those ones, so I've got Abominus done. Yes, on the whole, very, very nice figure. Does have its flaws, but still really, really nice figure. Great playability. Red. There's not an awful lot more I can say about it. Okay then. People have been asking me, and I'll put this into the end of the video, you know, are you going to start doing more reviews again? The answer to that one is yes. And I've been meaning to do them for quite a while now. But I do have a little bit of a problem, and I'll show you now. Just come with me. This is my problem. Focus camera, thank you. Where do I begin? So I think the next set of reviews are going to be these guys when I eventually get round. There we go. So, yeah. I'm going to try and do more reviews, but the problem I was looking at all these things that I bought and thinking, I cannot review all of these. So I just decided to draw a line in the sand and say, right, we'll start reviewing what we've got done now. So, yes, you should be seeing more reviews out of me from, and it's almost certainly going to be third party. Change my name to that third party guy. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all at Auto Assembly. I really hope we can talk third-party goodness, and Hasbro goodness, and Hasbro badness, and combine a war, endless repaints that are coming. Seriously, an aerial bot into Blastoff. But for now, this is Silbolt with Warbotron's Lightspeed, signing off, saying au revoir, adios, auf Wiedersehen.